Well, Ollie, congratulations in order, I understand. A new contract, signed, sealed and delivered. How pleased are you?
Yeah, mate, I'm delighted. Obviously, the season we've had has been positive in a lot of ways. Results haven't quite gone to plan most of the time, but I think we've seen that we can put in some really good performances, and the fans will see that, and the lads are working hard for each other, and it's nice to be rewarded on a personal note as well.
You really did seem to hit the ground running this year, didn't you? You know, you came back looking really full of beans at the start of the season.
Yeah, last season was difficult in a lot of ways for a lot of people, not just in football, but me personally. I struggled without fans. I'm not going to hide behind that. I did.
You feed off it, I suppose, don't you?
Yeah, oh yeah, massively. I love playing in front of fans. That's why we do it. And football's nothing without fans, as we've seen. But it was difficult. Nobody saw the best of me last season. Hopefully starting to see more of the best of me now, and hopefully that's why I've been rewarded with a new deal.
You talk about confidence and momentum being such key things in football, and that's what I feel you've had this season. You know, it just kept on getting better and better for you at the start of the year, and you've kept that rolling on.
Yeah. I went away in the summer. Obviously didn't go away because of COVID and other things. So I spent a lot of time in the gym, a lot of days running, and I wanted to come back and prove a point, because I felt that I needed to do that, because I'm my own worst critic, and when I'm not my best, then I know it myself. So I wanted to come back and show everyone that what we're really about.
And obviously a new contract tells us all about how happy you are at the football club. It's something you've made no secret of. I remember, doing interviews about just what, a joy it has been to play and to be training and working with this set of lads.
Yeah, everyone can see that we all get on so well. Great set of lads. Like I said to you before, I think it was after the Bristol Rovers game, if I'm right. Everyone's pulling in the same direction from bottom to top, and that's massive. I think I actually said that day as well, I've been involved in dressing rooms that haven't had that, and it can be a massive hindrance, and we've got that in abundance. And hopefully we can show that a bit more results wise this next part of the season. But great set of lads. Gaffer put a hell of a lot of trust into me, and hopefully I've repaid that. It's a big thing, trust in football, not just managers to a player, but a player to a manager as well. It's a big thing, and you have to earn it as well. So I'm glad I've earned that from him, and hopefully I can keep repaying him. Absolutely,
Mark Cooper's showing his trust, not just putting you in the team week after week, but also giving you that captain's armband in the new deal.
Yeah. I'll obviously the club captain's Mark Ellis, obviously, but when I do get the honour to put the armband on, I like taking on that extra responsibility, and I feel like it brings more out in me.
In terms of that relationship with Mark Cooper, I mean, what's he had to say to you? There has been obviously rumours circulating in the last few weeks. What has his message been to you over the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks?
The gaffer's been great with me from day one, to be fair to him. The message we speak often anyway. He's just said to me, keep your head down, and what'll be will be. It was never a case of me wanting to be away from the club, but when there's interest, it's nice. And as soon as the opportunity came, signing a new deal, then I've done that.
The rumours started circulating, ahead of that FA Cup tie over at Barnsley, and I just said, that the performance you gave that day was such I said angry to you. I don't know if that was the right word, but there was such a lot of passion went into that performance that day, and can you explain that?
Yeah. To be fair, I probably made more tackles in that game than I've all season. No, it's probably a confidence thing.
Yeah.
When you're getting rewarded with a new contract, or you think people are interested, it gives you. It makes you think, oh, I'm doing all right. It brings out maybe a little bit more than you realise you didn't have. So I think it was just a case of that, really. Hopefully I can take that confidence and put that into the next games that we play.
When you're making decisions about new contracts and what to do with your future, that kind of game, that kind of performance, that kind of following from the Barrow fans that day must come into your thinking.
Yeah, of course it does. Obviously, to be involved in such a mad game, like I've never been involved in anything like that. It was crazy. But yeah, the following was fantastic, wasn't it? Obviously, to score a nice goal, and there was a point a couple of weeks back where I wasn't sure if I was going to be a Barrow player much longer, and if I'd have gone out like that, it'd have been great. But to sign a new contract, even better.
How special was it to go to Oakwell and play there and perform like and score the goal? Because I have to say it was a lovely moment I saw on Twitter. A Barnsley fan, I think, posted a video, which I'm sure you saw as well, of your dad scoring quite a similar free kick on the same pitch a few years ago.
Yeah, about 40 odd years apart. Yeah, my dad's a bit of a club legend there. I live up the road. Got a lot of friends who are Barnsley fans. My wife's family are all season ticket holders, so it added that little bit extra for me to go and do well. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the win that we deserved and should have had. But yeah, I've played 2 games there now and scored 2 goals, so I wish I could play there every week. So.
And do you think you're Ronaldo? That video.
Far from it.
That video was brilliant, though.
Yeah, it was.
In terms of the new deal, though, just in getting it sealed and getting that it clear in your head where your future lies, that's a big thing for a footballer, isn't it?
Yeah, not just contract terms. You have to have a clear head. To play football, obviously people have different things that they like doing, and you need a clear head to perform well. And it can be difficult when you've got things running through your mind, but there's a point where you get to you get sick of talking about it, and you just want it done. And I'm delighted it has been done now, and we can forget about it now and move on and focus on the future.
Well, that's it, clear your mind, because whether you're wearing that armband or not, are you going to give your all and be focused on the job in hand for the rest of the season now?
Of course, man, that's what it's all about.
And in terms of that, big games coming up thick and fast over the next few weeks, and they're going to be key, aren't they, in terms of where we want to try and get to in the next 3-4 months?
Yeah, obviously they're all big games, but the next 2 or 3 weeks, I think we play a lot of teams in that top 8, top 10, and so they're going to be tough games. There's no easy games in this league, as we've seen, but we seem to always put on a decent performance against the better teams, so we need to get that consistent performance now, which we're starting to see. So hopefully we can carry that on.
And after a few weeks on the road, finally back on home soil, coming up with a couple of games. And for you personally, how much do you enjoy? You talked about feeding off the fans earlier, but just in general with the Barrow fans, you seem to have got that real connection, not just on the pitch, but I know you spend a lot of time off the pitch on social media trying to really connect with the supporters.
Well, the way I see it is we're in a privileged position to play football for a living, and anything that I can give back as such is nice, and to help people, and if it brings a smile to somebody's face, then it's a good thing. Yeah,
a lot of footballers say that sort of thing, but I know you genuinely feel like that, because it's something you said to me early on in your Barrow career you wanted to get involved in.
I do. It's nice to do things for people when you're in the position to. And it's small things sometimes, like sending a shirt off. It don't cost anything. It doesn't, does it? And people appreciate it, so it's nice to be able to do them things.
Obviously, you've already got a good return from midfield in terms of your goals. Is there any targets or any things you've set between now and the end of the season now?
I think I said at the start of the season I set my target for 10. So I think, why not another 10? We'll see. I think if you get anything in double figures from midfield, it's a decent job, I think.